Ooh, welcome everyone to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean, stacking the money green. Give me a follow on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And hey, as always, Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use our promo code JUICE, and a $10 bet gets you $200 if either team scores a touchdown in NFL or college. Restrictions apply. Hey, so want to know? Unfortunately, our player prop guy didn't play. Late scratch. Apologies. Hey, it's no action. Dodgers, though. The Dodgers, they're a machine. So we went 1-0, about up 0.9 units. Let's go. Not much to report from the Dodgers game. 4-0, or they won 4-0. Clayton Kershaw was dealing. Newsflash, the Dodgers are good. I don't know what else to add here. I thought it was a really good price, especially for Kershaw, who's, kind of getting ready for the playoff run here. Man, I'm regretting not taking the chalky Dodgers future because now it just, playoffs are a whole different thing. But how did they not run away with it right now? They just look so strong. And again, shout out to the Dodgers and the historic run. This is... if you like to, tell your kids bedtime stories, this could be one. Over the years, you're like, man, the run line for the Dodgers. It's the summer of 2022, even football season. During the week, I was hitting some Dodger run line action. It really is a great time to be alive. We got a full college football slate, NFL slate coming up later in the week. Got you some baseball picks to keep you satisfied. Until then, hey. Speaking of satisfaction, could you imagine the satisfaction of winning an autographed Deandre Swift jersey? I got to be honest, wearing that black visor, I'm glad the NFL loosened their rules on the black visor because, man, the black visor just looks so boss. All you got to do is go to youtube.com/bettingpros. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment on this video. And you got a chance to win a sweet, sweet autographed DeAndre Swift jersey. That would look pretty sweet in the old man cave. If you're a DeAndre Swift fantasy owner, still pretty good game, but Jamal Williams also alive and well. Stealing some goal line work there. That was my favorite part about Hard Knocks was when Deuce Staley lost his voice yelling at his players, and he was still trying to yell. He's like, "This is what we play for. This isn't it. That's not your political. That looks horrible." He's just dropping an insane number of F-bombs and has no voice. Reminded me of Vegas last week. Voice is almost back. All right, let's get to it. Got some player props, 2 run line bets. Let's go, baby. First up, Mike Clevenger. Over 4.5 Ks. You can get this plus 1.5 over on FanDuel. Shout out to Betting Pros and the MLB Betting Pros cheat sheet. Again, get on all this Betting Pro stuff. They've been good to me. I've been using them. I look at their projections and kind of sift through some of what's jumping out at me. Do a little digging even further, and it's been a nice little tool for me. He's going up against the Mariners, 8.5 strikeouts per game. The Mariners just like middle of the pack there, but 9.67 the last 3 games, including 14 Ks. Last game, last time Clevenger pitched against Seattle, he had 5K, so that's nice as well. And we're getting plus 115 on it. Last 3 games between the two teams, Seattle has averaged 9.33 strikeouts per game. So feels like a pretty good spot here for Clevenger to get the over 4.5 Ks, and you're getting plus odds on it, plus 115 over on FanDuel. Next up, we got the Cubs and the Mets. I know it's gross as a Phillies fan to be taking the Mets, but give you the Mets minus 1.5 on the run line. The price hasn't posted yet as of tape time, but whatever it is, I'm on it. And I know it's going to be chalky as hell, but man, the Mets just lost as one of the biggest favorites in MLB since 2019, so I love taking them in this bounce back spot. Mets are 33-20 on the run line and 38-15 straight up after a loss. So again, great bounce back spot for them. And they only had 1 run in that loss to the Cubs. The offense can do much better than that. So you expect their offense to come back to life. You expect their pitching to come back to life. And you expect the team to be a little embarrassed. Rightly so. I mean, these guys have social media. No one wants to see the Mets lost as one of the biggest favorites in years. Like, come on. That's bulletin board material right there. And you're fading Drew Smiley of the Cubs, 4.45 road ERA, and most importantly, 6.75 ERA in his last 2 starts. So, tough as it is to swallow, I am on the Mets, -1.5 on the run line. Price pending, but I'm gonna count it. I have an idea where it's gonna be, and I'm not worried about it. Next up, though, so probably a pretty chalky play. Me and the entire world getting on the Mets there on the run line. This one, though, we're fading the entire world. Give me the Royals, +1.5, -125 on the run line at the Twins. Get that over on BetMGM. You know, the Twins aren't great as favorites on the run line. They are 38-48. And, you know, you look at the betting splits in this game, 88% of the run line bets are on the Twins. That is a very very lopsided game. And to me, that handle seems insane for a team that's just not that great as a favorite overall. It's not like Minnesota's playing lights out. They're 3-9 straight up in their last 12 games. Zach Greinke. Now, normally you want to fade Zach Greinke on the road, right? He has not been great on the road. I'm going to make an exception here because the last time Greinke pitched at Minnesota, he gave up only 1 earned run in 6 innings pitched. And again, doesn't have to get the win, just has to keep it close, cover that 1.5. Last but not least, Minnesota is one of the worst teams coming off a run line win as they're 28-41. That is bottom 3 in the league. So there's a lot going for it here. Again, Twins not being great as favorites, not being great as home favorites. The insane betting split difference here. The fact that Greinke played pretty well last time he was in Minnesota. I like that as well. So we got the Royals. +1.5, -125 on the run line at the Twins. Get that over on BetMGM. Cubs at Mets. I'm taking the Mets, -1.5 on the run line as well. Price is pending. Something crazy happens between, what am I taping this, 12:30 a.m. Pacific time, and and then when I wake up, essentially, I'll be posting bettingpros.com/chat. Get in there, mix it up. I always like to hear people's systems, what they're getting on. Hit at me. How about this? We haven't given away a hat in a little bit. I will say biggest payout. Now you don't. Again, I don't care what you actually bet or don't bet, but give me your biggest winner for NFL Week 2. It could just be Titans on the money line. It could be a parlay. Send it over bettingpros.com/chat in the Daily Juice Discord. Biggest winner will win a Betting Pros Daily Juice hat. So hit it up, bettingpros.com/chat, and that's a fun little way to get involved there. Last but not least, Mike Clevenger over 4.5 Ks +115 over on FanDuel. So we got the K prop with Mike Clevenger over 4.5, Mets on the run line -1.5, and the Royals +1.5 -125 against the Twins over on BetMGM. And again, what else do we got going on? Oh, yes. Biggest winner for the NFL Week 2, bettingpros.com/chat. Get in there. Tell me why. Give me a little, because I feed off other good handicappers, other good ideas. Gets the brain thinking. I know, shout out to Dean Izzy. I know he's a fellow guy, likes to round robin some stuff. There are like multiple, 10-point double-digit dogs in week 2, which is pretty crazy. And I was looking at some like 4-team round robins and getting pretty interesting some of these payouts because, a couple of these dogs are going to win. Are all of them going to win? No, and there were a bunch of dogs barking in week 1. You got to be careful about overreacting too much there. So, man, NFL Week 2 right around the corner, and I think for the primetime games, I'll be giving you 3 picks for each primetime game because again, people like their props, right? You like a first touchdown, you like some over/under player props. We got you covered. Hey, BetMGM.com. Use the promo code JUICE. Bet $10, get $200 if either team scores a touchdown. That is college and pro football. Doesn't apply if you're a PA or New York. Apologies. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Just dropped a College Football Picks Week 3 podcast, Sports Gambling Podcast over there. Be giving out some of those plays next couple days here as well. Hey, you guys know what to do. Subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.